Welcome back, guys, to another beer review. Another one that I actually picked up from a local Morrison's. Close to where I live. We got Wrexham about 14 mile away. They got a brewery there, do Wrexham lager and that, and the local Morrison's stock it. Now Wrexham lager used to be, let's face it, fucking awful. Then they released, they rebrewed it, I'm guessing, brought out something. It used to be something like 3.8%. Then they brought out one that was 4.8% in bottles. But I noticed a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a couple of months ago, that supposedly, they do an export lager, and I'm kind of guessing it ain't going to be much any different, apart from being that little bit stronger. So yeah, so I picked it up as part of a 4 for 6 to try. Would have been nice to have got a normal Wrexham lager to compare it with. So what I'm going to have to do is just have me dinner. So I do apologise. What I'm going to have to do is just do a review of the Wrexham export lager. So there we go, in a bottle. £1.50 this come in at. So you know, the 4 for 6 thing, 150, 330ml bottle. But this is 5%. So plain gold bottle cap, nothing fancy there. I do quite like the old Wrexham lager sort of label, you know. So yeah, so let's get this out of the bottle, get it into a glass, see what we get. Hope everyone's enjoying their Sunday. I've had a lovely Sunday dinner. Got my lovely sister to do a beer review for me. Good old Helga, she's in the front room now, sucking on bratwurst sausage and sauerkraut or something. So let's ignore that comment, that's just being daft. So yeah, let's get this out, get it into a glass. Try and give you guys a beer review. It's very different, you know. I've had this beer in the past and that, but since doing beer reviews, I kind of think more about the beer. Yeah, it used to be drinkable and that, but I mean, we've all been there where beer was just throw down your neck stuff. I used to be a Budweiser drinker, but let's face it, it's personally not very good for me. Anyway, I won't get to no slagging match. So beer in a glass, there we go. Light golden colour, see-through as hell, look at that. I could probably do the review through this beer and would probably be more appealing actually to you lot. Good levels of carbonation. We've got a finger of compact head on top. So yeah, we'll try and give it a swill. See if we can get some aromas off it, see what we get. Typical sort of supermarket lager. You're getting malty. Maybe a little hit of lemon in there. I mean, in all fairness, a local brewery that's been, you know, they've been brewing lager for what, 1882 it says on there, right? In all fairness, it doesn't smell any worse than the so-called big boys, Carlsberg, Singer, Sing Sao and all that. Like, it doesn't really smell any different. It's got a little bit of sort of spiciness, but very, very little. You are getting the lemon in there. You are getting the maltiness. If I'm totally honest, I'm not expecting anything over major. I'm expecting that typical sort of consumer lager that everyone likes drinking. So without further ado, let's dive in and see what we get. Cheers, everyone. Actually surprises me. Let's go in again. Body's not too bad on it, if I'm totally honest. Feels like it's got a nice mouthfeel to me. Not overly carbonated, nice mouthfeel. It has got a lovely sweet breadiness to it. It has got a nice taste to it. Getting that malty taste, and the lemon in it is actually very subtle. It's not overpowering, you're just getting it. It's got a lovely mix of that sort of lemon, very subtle lemon sort of hint on it, with the bready malts, sweet bready malt taste. I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised. You are sort of, yeah, I suppose now I've tasted it, you are sort of picking that sort of sweet malt bready note in the aroma as well. That really isn't that bad, you know. That really isn't bad. It's very funny really with lagers. Lagers are funny kind of drinks because they're not complicated. But if they're done shit, you can tell they're done bad. If they're done well, they do taste good, and you pick up all these different notes in it. And I've got to be fair, again, might only be my opinion, but for me, I think that's rather tasty. That is actually really tasty, to be fair. And even though I said it smells like your typical sort of other lagers, it's got a bit more in the taste to it. So yeah, for me, that's a thumbs up. Unfortunately, probably a lot of you who don't live sort of around my Shropshire, North Wales area aren't going to be able to get hold of this. It doesn't look like there's any sort of website on there. Brewed at Wrexham Lager Beer Company, St George's Crescent, Wrexham. Oh yeah, www.wrexhamlager.co.uk. So they do have a website. Whether you can order from there, I don't know, but I think that's rather good. So if you haven't had it, if you're living around my area and you haven't had it, the export one, try that. I think that's got a lovely taste to it, to be fair, and well worth drinking. The 5%, you're not getting 5% in there. Excuse me. Cool. Welsh gas. That's really nice. If you've had it before, let me know what you think. Excuse me again. Remember, that is the export lager. Really has a nice sort of taste to it. Very impressed. So, yeah, that's it for this beer review. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks to all the new subscribers. I'm on 490. Really want to get to 500. It's not something I like doing, pushing like a nutter, but I really do want to get to 500. It'd be great if I can get there. So all the Beer No Idea on YouTube, all the Beer No Idea on Facebook, all the Beer No Idea one on Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget to hit that bell that should be that side, or it could be that side. I don't know. And if you hit that, you'll get notifications when I've got a new video out. So thank you everyone for watching. Thanks for all the support. Hope you're having a great weekend. And I'll see you again very soon on another beer review. Cheers.